a direct contribution helping support Glitch. Now, here we go. We got Squidplumber versus D3 Will. UMD hopping back on the... All right, so Squidplumber already starting out with a couple projectiles that's forcing Will to edge, but the inhale is going to play such a big role right here. It's really a shame that Cross doesn't come back after D3 inhales it though.
Yeah, and this matchup is very, very impressive at times for D3, especially with you're not able to maneuver around some of the things as well.
He just got the double dunk off of the cross reflect.
He got
Squid is nasty.
He got the quick play classic. In this yeah. But here's the thing, is that if D3 Will can capitalize off these offstage interactions, because even with like, you know, you have a really long like ledge, like hitting the Gordo away. But even with the really long like general whip of the Belmonts, if D3 can get him off stage and just hit him away, he's gonna make it back. I mean, he can prevent him from making it back. But once we mentioned, that whip is very, very long. And just that right there.
Forward air, man. D3 steals so many stocks with that. People aren't ready for D3 to suddenly be swinging.
Yeah, and it's not the strongest move in the game, but off stage you're dying to that.
True,
you're not living. Oh yeah, D3 Will having to try to read a tech roll there, and Squidplumber choosing the right option.
Up B, not quite going to kill. D3 still, I believe, the hardest character to kill off the top, due to a combination of his heavy weight and the higher gravity / fall speed.
Gordo there.
Reflected. That's such a sin how easy it is to reflect that tool.
Yeah. I feel it to an extent. Wii Fit Soccer Ball is the same thing, but a hitbox actually is a hitbox and not just a really small circle in it.
True.
But, yeah, it's right now, mentioned before, that D3 definitely struggles to get around Belmonts. They set up really well on top of that, you know, a really long whip keeping people out. It's incredibly hard to land on them because then you can just get upbeat out of shield. And we just saw it right then. Of course, D3 not having enough like tools to deal with this general pressure, and he's just eating a lot of damage for it. Oh, you can't shield that.
Yeah,
you can't.
No, sir. Fully charged forward smash, and that will finish it off. Yeah. D3 Will. He was looking like he had the opportunity to bring it back, but a little bit too complacent with his defensive options, and Squidplumber hard punishes it with the break.
Yeah, and the fact there was enough hits done on that move to, you know, combo into an uncharged F smash, and the fact that the shield breaks, that's a little bit ridiculous. But hey, the Belmonts need it, right?
These characters have interesting tool sets.
Yeah.
I don't know what buff you could give them that wouldn't instantly bust the character, though. Like
I feel like that's kind of like half the cast in this game, you know? But yeah, yes, D3 Will looks like, you know, sticking with the D3. I do know over quarantine he was working. I don't know, over quarantine as a whole. I think just in general, even before COVID, he was working on a wolf, and he pulled it out a lot online. And it seemed like he was using his wolf for anything that wasn't heavies. He'd go D3 in heavies matchups, but it seems like even now, just sticking with it, sticking with your guns, definitely not the worst option.
Agreed. You got to respect the ride or die mentality that some lower tier heavy players have. Excuse me, not lower tier heavy players, lower tier heavy mains. Excuse me. D3 Will certainly a better quality player than I previous time to give him credit for.
And right now,
suffering for the sins of brawl, modem MT. I agree.
And right now, oh no, can't land that inhale. Squidplumber up being immediate, but.
Just tossing that off stage all the way down just to tap him for a couple of percent.
22.2%. This, going to 52. Actually, here's the thing, is that move is safe enough that even D3 can't. Yeah, you can't. The main problem is you also lose, now you lose the Gordos. Because Squidplumber, once again, doesn't have to commit to an option off stage. He can literally just jump, drop down, and then parry. And it does a lot. It does a lot of damage, but more importantly, it does enough that it will launch back Gordo. Wait, that's a regrab.
It is, but he was in a little bit too much lag from that down air connecting. Love the interesting spacing right there with the dash attack. It looked like he crumpled so that he just barely missed the...
I think Gordo goes... Oh, just getting hit by the last hitbox. Oh, up tilt. That should kill.
Yeah.
Looks like Gordo does go through down B. because it looks like it doesn't do enough damage to knock it back. But everything else still does. And yeah, now you're trapped at the ledge, 125%. That's damage. That's literally all you need at this point. And there's unsafe landing options though. Taunting. But
letting the man know.
Yeah. And right now, yeah, you're struggling to find a way through. You cannot. It's a huge struggle to even approach, and you have to capitalize off these offstage interactions. And
very nearly got that back air, but just missing ever so slightly.
Yeah, and that definitely would have been stuck and falling through the plat though. Oh, that is very bad.
Second lease on life, perhaps, for Will. He just has to make this one count. Has to use the weight to his advantage. That actually cut through the cross. Great placement, but look at the pressure. Squidplumber just happy to reset into another edge trap situation. The up tilt,
the last hitboxes of it. Yeah, and 13.9% on Squid right now. But you're at 204 as D3 Will. You're gonna get hit by those a lot. And here's the thing. Yeah, can't jump there. That option, too many options that can be covered there. Yeah. That's damage. That's all you need right now. We saw, especially then against like Squidplumber on the second stock. That's the damage he got before. That's what he needed because you're just going to be eating all these combos.
And the problem really is that D3 Will, his character's biggest strength in the edge trapping with Gordos has been completely nullified in this matchup, and it's been replaced where Squidplumber has been the one oppressing Will at edge.
Yeah, and yeah, you're getting very, very small hits every now and then. That's still not enough because you're getting barraged by attacks that you can't even like get around, and you can't hold that ledge because you will die for it.
And it is so hard seeing G3 fight through that matchup, but will put up a valiant effort, ending eventually with Squidplumber securing his place in winter semifinals.
Yeah.
So y'all do want to go ahead and say thank you all so much for helping to contribute to the Glitch